Are you serious? Are you serious? We're extremely serious when it comes to the Canary Islands, and I know that there's already those that are out there trying to debunk the ideal that if that northern side of the Canary Island volcano, if it was to do its major landslide, it could create a tsunami that could be sent all the way to the east coast of the United States. Now, you've already got some people in the media trying to debunk that, saying it's false, doing different things. And part of that is just to keep people from it's panic control. Some of it's panic control, but it's junk science also, because absolutely that large of a landmass hitting the ocean could have catastrophic, chaotic consequences in the coastal area of the Carolinas or in other places. Okay, let me put a shout out right now. www.keto with Paul. That's www.keto with Paul. Weight loss is significantly proven to be the most difficult once we reach our middle ages. And this is because after the age of 20, our body's metabolism, I don't know about you, starts to slow down about 4% every decade. We experience about a 10% drop in our metabolism by the time we hit 50. What? And this is why I highly recommend Keto with Paul. That's www.keto with Paul. This stuff's made by BioTrust. They do a great job. Thousands of Americans reported losing weight. They're slimmer, their stomachs are shrinking, their muscles are toned. They've reduced those cravings for those late night bowls of ice cream with chocolate, scoop, there it is, scoop, there it is, scoop, there it is, chocolate. Okay. That those hit me. I just had another one, another craving. Give me some more keto. Oh yes. So guys, seriously, check this out. Go to www.ketowithpaul. That's www.ketowithpaul. All right. You'll be glad you did. Yes, you will. Oh, so let me just talk about this Canary Island volcano. What does this all mean? Okay. What does it all mean? Well, we did some research, continuing to check on this. We're finding out that there are some significant situations right now that the lava from the volcano is about to reach the Atlantic Ocean. This will trigger explosions and release of toxic gases. The volcano on that Spanish island of La Palma has been erupting for exactly, today's the 8th day consecutively. Over the weekend, it began spewing out lava and smoke with renewed fervor again. That's what I'm saying, guys. This thing can still blow. And lava from the volcano, which sits on the Canary Island off the coast of Northwest Africa, is now threatening to flow to the Atlantic Ocean. Matter of fact, today, residents on the island's eastern coast were forced into lockdown in anticipation of lava that could lead to dangerous conditions where it meets the sea. That is literally highly dangerous, toxic fumes. Matter of fact, the eruption flung molten rock into the air, turning the sky a surreal orange color, and wildest images from the region in the past few days. And, you know, I've been continuing to monitor this for some time now because of the intensity. Matter of fact, yesterday, a new vent opened up, sending scalding rivers of lava flowing down the mountainside, destroying everything it touched. And roughly 7,000 people had to be forced to evacuate since the eruption began last week. It just vents keep opening in different locations of the mountain. Matter of fact, early this morning, residents of La Palma saw a few hours of calm as the eruption reduced to a little bit of a simmer. But then the pause came after the Canary Islands Volcanology Institute reported that the amplitude of the volcanic tremor had decreased some on Saturday night, only to reawaken earlier this morning. Okay. So here we go again on Monday, increasing the fervor. But also, these volcanologists said this does not imply that the eruption is coming to an end. By no means of imagination. Indeed, the quiet a little bit on Saturday, short-lived within a few hours, was nice, but the volcano started erupting again, sparking fears that the lava could soon reach the sea. Matter of fact, the temperature of the hot lava is 2,282 degrees Fahrenheit. What? That is off the charts. That's off the charts, guys. And it's not slowing down. And we continue to keep an eye on this thing. Lava could meet the Atlantic Ocean in the next coming hours. We're watching it very closely, which would trigger explosions as sizzling molten rock meets the cool seawater. The interaction could also cause the release of toxic gases, including the water vapor loaded with hydrochloric acid. That's not good at all. Matter of fact, the volcanologists have explained such an event would also shoot tiny particles of volcanic gas into the air, which can cause major skin and eye and respiratory irritation. Authorities have issued a lockdown order for the coastal towns along by the sea because the residents are going to realize they need to close their windows, shut their doors, and start using taping around all the windows and doors to keep this very debilitating and even deadly toxin reaching their house. So, and because of the vapors from such an explosion would mostly impact those within the immediate vicinity of the shoreline. La Palma officials are saying within a 1.2 mile from the coast, you could really be affected by this toxic gas. So that's something that very, very concerning. So, I continue to watch this thing and I realize that it's not getting better, but it's getting worse. Now, listen to this. Since the volcanic eruption began, the lava has spread across more than 570 acres of land, according to the European Union Satellite Monitoring Service. And it's destroyed hundreds of homes, ravaged roads, schools, and churches. It's also imperiled about 15% of the banana crops have been destroyed, which could then destabilize the economy of the island. More than 500 buildings have also been destroyed by the eruption, but thankfully, no fatalities or serious injuries so far, as people are heeding the authorities' recommendation. So a lot of prayers going up for the people there in the Canary Islands, and the situation is still volatile. And could it create a landslide? Yes. Matter of fact, numerous climatologists and volcanologists, numerous, have said scientific studies prove that if it rocks the top of that mountain hard enough, a big enough explosion, or just constant explosion, can soften the land, can weaken the land, and at that degree that it is toward the ocean, that it could just break loose, okay, like landslides do every day around the world. And if it breaks loose, it will come speeding toward the ocean because of the very steep pitch, and crash into the ocean. And folks, that will create a tidal wave, no doubt about that. A tsunami could happen. Now, would it be destroying the East Coast? Could it destroy New York? Could it destroy New Jersey, parts of it along the coastal areas? Certainly. Could it? I mean, I don't know, maybe. Could it do damage to the Carolinas? Maybe. Could it do damage to Florida coast? I don't think so. They're saying it's more northeast. But again, this is just to keep awareness that there's lava flowing, vents are opening, mountains shaking and quaking, the crops are breaking, and now the toxic gas is coming. And there's still always, as long as this thing is volatile, there's always a possibility of some major problems. Thank you, beautiful story, for reminding me, because I actually had forgot. We do have this DVD in right now, 8 DVD series, Climate Chaos. You guys remember this webinar we did earlier this year? What a great presentation we had here. What a great webinar. Matter of fact, Michael Bradbury, Mr. MBB333, had a great presentation as he talks about weather, extreme weather, Planet X, volcanoes. He talked about it, cyclones, and solar grand minimums on here. So Mr. MBB333 talked about this very subject. Also, I touched on it a little in my presentation called Apocalypse Now, Bible Signs. Gil Brazard talks about volcanoes and a lot of possibilities with his presentation on the effects of Planet X. And then also Steve Quayle, weather modifications and manipulations. He even says that Canary Islands could be weaponized, as well as other volatile areas like the Cascadia subduction zone. Mike from around the world says it's time to tell the truth in one of his most revealing presentations ever, uncensored. And Shepard Ambella says that all of this is part of a global order plan for humanity. Also, my son Bart Begley has a great Climate Chaos film in here, Kevin Wilson music in here, and a lot more. So you can check this all out. Get it now. Get Climate Chaos. It's at my website. Go there now and get it. I think you'll be very, very pleased you did. Guys, make sure that you are keeping your eyes open, because of these things that are happening right now around the world are certainly affecting everything. We are living in the end times. You might want to consider where you stand with Jesus Christ, because Jesus said that these are the end time birthing pains of his soon return. And I wonder, just how close are we to the coming of Jesus Christ? Call upon the name of the Lord, accept Christ as your Savior before it is too late. Are you serious? I am.